Oh, back at another again. Back at it again. With another update. This one obviously is a Black Bike Week update, but it's kind of goes for all Bike Week in a sense, all Black Bike Week. It's pretty much the history of Black Bike Week and pretty much like the racism and the prejudice that Black Bike Week face. So let's see where to begin. Black Bike Week is actually the original name is Atlantic Beach Bike Fest. That's what it originally started with. Throughout the years, I guess it got switched to Black Bike Week, mainly because of the majority of participants are African Americans, so they call it Black Bike Week. It started in 1980 by the Carolina Night Riders MC, and it was only 250 people that attended. So the first time Black Bike Week ever started was 1980. I wasn't even born yet. With only 250 people. Once again by the Carolina Night Riders MC in Atlantic Beach. Started in Atlantic Beach, Black Bike Week. Atlantic Beach is or was known as the Black Pearl, and it was born out of segregation. So pretty much you always had Myrtle Beach. Blacks couldn't stay there, like they could work there and perform and stuff like that, but to live they had to go to Atlantic Beach. That's when that whole thing started. If you look at the map, Atlantic Beach is really small too. But that's where Black Bike Week started, and yeah, it was born out of segregation, man. Gotta know our history. That's some real serious shit right there. Pardon my French. So the city of Myrtle Beach, pretty much, I'm not gonna say always had an issue with Black Bike Week, but throughout the years, the city of Myrtle Beach always did some very questionable things. For example, prior to 2014, a few years before that was the helmet law. For you that don't know, South Carolina is one of those states where it's not mandated to wear your motorcycle helmet. It's completely optional. So what they did was to try to defer people from coming to Black Bike Week. They passed the helmet law, and then obviously that was overturned, and then they obviously put the barricades and the loop and stuff like that. I'm getting more details about that as well in 2015. So Myrtle Beach haven't been really known for being too friendly towards Black Bike Week, but you know, changes come. Changes finally come. Okay, so what happened in 2014? I touched on this before in other videos, but since this is the history, you know, Black Bike Week, and I just want to just list everything that transpired. So my first say at Myrtle was 2014, and that year was bananas. Shout out to Pedal, shout out to Mr. O. We ended up riding down that year with Chris and the rest of the hood. It was our first time to Myrtle Beach, 2014. We actually rode down. That ride took forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that could go wrong was going wrong. But shit happens when you're doing long rides like that. But 2014 was fucking, excuse my French, try not to curse as much, was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then 2015, well, let me back up a little bit. In 2014, there was a shooting at the Bermuda Sands Hotel. That's pretty much on Ocean Boulevard in Myrtle Beach. At that time, Black Bike Week wasn't the South Side, and the shooting was by locals. When I say locals, I mean people, the individuals, the gentlemen that was shooting, either live in South Carolina or around South Carolina, one of those neighboring states, and they were not bikers. They were just locals, so to speak. They had no affiliation with Black Bike Week. They just attended like every non-biker. And yeah, those guys ended up shooting up the hotel. A female died. I think two other guys So because of that, the city of Myrtle Beach, like I said, the city of Myrtle Beach wanted a reason um, to stop or kill. I don't want to say kill. Stop Black Bike Week. So they always was looking for things. So the shooting in 2014, they pretty much got what they were looking for, and they in return started the loop that you have now in Myrtle Beach, and they put up barricades so you can't cut over. You got to keep going straight in whatever lane you in. And in addition, traffic used to go both ways, but when the weekend hit, they eliminated one lane for just emergency personnel, and you only have one lane of traffic. So with that one lane, you have to, like, say you got on that 28, for example, and you want to get to further back, which is say 30th. In order to get to 30th, you have to go through the whole loop and come back around. And I understand shooting is never a good thing, but the way they reacted to it, I think it was just out of impulse. They should have fully thought this whole thing over and come up with a best situation to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, obviously something had to be done because it was a shooting and everything, but don't overreact by putting barricades and loops and one-way traffic. Like for those who went in 2014, you know how much fun it was. And for those that went in 2015 as well, you saw how much of a big difference like Bike Week was. That shit was, excuse my French, it was horrible in 2015. I mean, it's disgusting. My bike was overheating, not overheating, but because I always recommend you do fresh cooling and stuff like that before you go to Bike Week. But my bike was running really, really hot. You know what I'm saying? And because you're stuck in traffic, you're on a bike, you're open, obviously. So we're exposed to the fumes from the car. That shit was, my French again, it was just, you was inhaling that. That thing is horrible for your body. But like I said, that's what transpired the whole thing. Because for people that didn't know why Myrtle Beach is the way it is when it comes to Black Bike Week, 2014 kicked it off, and in result, they answered back, so to speak, by putting all those stuff up. Oh, another thing too, it's the barricades, the one-way traffic, the loop, and they even do road closing. So you have people that actually live in South Carolina, off the main strip in those one-way streets. They will cut the whole streets off, so you can't cut down there. They'll say no through traffic, which means they don't want anybody cutting through it unless you live there. So you have to go, like I said, all the way around just to get where you're going. It was a big headache. Most businesses in Myrtle Beach, especially the hotels, they don't have any problems with Black Bike Week, because obviously that's how to make the money. And like a lot of businesses say, especially the hotels, the amount of people that come for Black Bike Week and stay at the hotel, they're able to like cover their bills for many months in advance. You know what I'm saying? Like they make that's their bread and butter, Black Bike Week. So the individuals that are against Black Bike Week are obviously few businesses, because there was an article out before saying that certain businesses would close because of Black Bike Week, and they didn't want to, I guess, serve the patrons or whatever. I'm gonna have to find that article before, like I did before, and go over those names, because that's very important. I'm assuming some have changed their whole perspective about it, but it's very important who had a problem with Black Bike Week. So I'm gonna definitely find that article and let y'all know about that. Obviously some residents, they're not a big fan of Black Bike Week. They live there. It is a lot of noise, a lot of bikes. Even though money's being pumped into the economy for stuff like roads and schools and stuff like that, I do understand to an extent. There's a lot of noise, especially for the older crowd. They're not into too big on the noise. But just like I said, some residents, most residents, they don't have any problem. I see them on their golf carts. They'll be outside sitting, taking pictures, waving, saying hello. So some residents, and obviously some state officials, some people in power are against it. But like I said, majority are not. One thing I want to do right now is definitely shout out North Myrtle Beach. because obviously Black Week started in North Myrtle Beach, and then a couple years it's popping in North Myrtle Beach, and it's popping in Myrtle Beach and back in North Myrtle Beach. You see how Myrtle Beach always like was against Black Bike Week. You know, they always did some funny stuff. North Myrtle Beach always welcome bikers open arms, and I'm saying, like, they never, from my understanding, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I've never heard of an instance where they were against Black Bike Week. So big shout out to the city of North Myrtle Beach. This is what 2019 they said it was in North Myrtle Beach, crazy. And for 2020 Black Bike Week next year, it's being held in North Myrtle Beach again. Shout out to North Myrtle Beach, man, especially Atlantic Beach. Shout out to y'all. I've seen, or I've watched, I should say, a lot of videos on Black Bike Week. Like, I love Black Bike Week. If you know me, you know that already. And I always go to the comment section, and then I always see people hate on Black Bike Week, and they'll say stuff like there's always a lot of violence on Black Bike Week, and that's lies, because no matter what event you hold, stuff is not gonna go perfect. We know that already. And the more people, the more chances for stuff to happen. But for the most part, most patrons that go to Black Bike Week, people work hard. You know what I'm saying? People work real hard for their money. They save up. That's their vacation, and they just want to go there and have fun. Think about it. Anybody want to work crazy hours, slave themselves, pay their hard-earned money to go BSing around and causing problems? I mean, I'm assuming there's always that handful, but for the majority of people, they just want to go and actually enjoy themselves. So all that, there's always a lot of violence on Black Bike Week. There's violence everywhere. And when you look at the stats for Black Bike Week, that's incorrect. That's all lies. I hate that, man. People just be hating on Bike Week, Black Bike Week. Some people argue as well. This, once again, and this is what I noticed in the comments. Two things. This is the second thing I should say. Some people argue that because it's called Black Bike Week, it's racist. Oh, here we go with this. It's like black people can't have anything, man. That's what it boils down to. At the end of the day, the original name and the actual name for Black Bike Week is Atlantic Beach Bike Fest. Now, granted, the reason how, I don't know where the name Black Bike Week came from. I'm assuming, if I could just do an educated guess, I could say maybe the younger generations, maybe. I don't know. It mixed with a couple of racist motherfuckers. Excuse my French again, I'm sorry. Pretty much gave it the name. I'm assuming. I don't really know where it came from, that actual name, Black Bike Week. But like I said, the reason why it's called Black Bike Week is that majority of the people that attend are African Americans. And people always say, oh, when is white Bike Week? Actually, White Bike Week is the week before Black Bike Week in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, trying to be clever, not knowing everything. And like I said, Black Bike Week is just majority of African Americans, but everyone is included. And if you watch my video, shout out to Chris from Ohio. Everyone is welcome. I don't care what your race is. If you support and you just want to have a good time, you attend Black Bike Week, and we welcome you open arms. As long as you're not on that BS and, you know, acting out type stuff, good to go, man. But it's not racist because it's called Black Bike Week. It's just majority of people that attend are African Americans, so that's where it got its nickname from. But once again, all creed, race, everything, everyone is welcome. And another thing I noticed is that people always say in the different comments, different videos, some people say that Black Bike Week is dead. Clearly people are not staying up with the times, because for those who say Black Bike Week is dead, I'm assuming, especially say this year, 2019, those people must have stayed in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach was like a ghost town this year. It was crazy, like dead. This year, if you was in North Myrtle Beach or you traveled to North Myrtle Beach, you would see that Black Bike Week is very alive and really popping. One of the other big things too, when I would see people, like I said, they said they don't have a good time or whatever, they pretty much talk down on Bike Week, and I'm like, so what exactly did you do? I mean, I know the answer. 99% of the time is always, well, I didn't do anything. Well, That's the problem. It's 1,000 events to do. It's 1,000, whether it's a pool party or a barbecue, or like I said, you can do regular events down there, jet skiing, bowling. Like, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff to do at Bike Week. You know what I'm saying? So all that Black Bike Week is dead. That is incorrect. Now, granted, is it as popping as it was years prior? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna definitely change. But to say it's dead is very incorrect. Black Bike Week is alive and well. I can guarantee you that. So just make sure, for everyone going to Black Bike Week next year for 2020, make sure that either you're booked in North Myrtle Beach, because that's where a lot of the events are, or you book close by there, and just stay away from Myrtle Beach, because there's nothing down there. That's it. There's nothing down there. Once again, to reiterate what I said, Black Bike Week 2020 is in North Myrtle Beach. Do not book in Myrtle Beach. I keep saying this every video. Do not book in Myrtle Beach. Some of them seem to have a problem with Black Bike Week officials and stuff like that, like I just went over. So we're gonna go where we are welcome, which is Atlantic Beach and North Myrtle Beach, mainly Atlantic Beach. So do not book in Myrtle Beach. The only reason why anyone even go to Myrtle Beach, it's not to book, but we have the restaurant called Beach House. They're motorcycle friendly, so start from like early as Sunday. I've seen this here. If you're going out early, Beach House is open during the day and at nighttime. And yeah, go by there, grab you some grub. The bikes park up in the parking lot. People eat, mingle. Like, shout out to Beach House. And like I said, Beach House is by the Ferris wheel on the strip of Myrtle Beach. But people go to Beach House and then they go right back to North Myrtle Beach. Like, that's it. We don't really rock with anything else down there. But shout out to Beach House once again. And make sure y'all visit Carolina Night Riders Clubhouse. Once again, that's the club that started Black Bike Week in 1980. They usually have an events down there, and I noticed their flyer for this year, but I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't attend myself. But after just putting this whole this thing together to give y'all information, I'm gonna definitely make sure I check them out. They usually have like a bike and car show, something at the clubhouse, like is it like a meet and greet? I think it is. But when I get the flyer and all that information, I'm gonna definitely post it on my Instagram. Once again, that's at Pooh _NYC, and I'll definitely post that information as it get closer to Black Bike Week for next year. But definitely check them out down there. They're a little bit further off from the strip. They're a little out there, but they ain't that far. A minute's ride or drive. But definitely check them out. Show them some love. You know what I'm saying? Definitely meet the people or the club that's responsible for the start of Black Bike Week. People, I'm almost done. People were always talking about, oh, this was one of the main things I see. People talking about, they don't want us there. Why do you still go and give them your money? First of all, like I said, it's the city of Myrtle Beach that have a problem with Black Bike Week. And that's why I tell people, do not book in Myrtle Beach. We go to North Myrtle Beach. We go somewhere where actually want us to be there, and we give them our money. So all that, why y'all go to Myrtle Beach? None of they'll ever say Myrtle Beach. They say, why you go to Black Bike Week? They don't want you. No, Myrtle Beach, the city of Myrtle Beach have a problem. This is why, once again, I always tell people, do not book in Myrtle Beach, especially for 2020. They got a problem with us, and boom. And this year, when I got back, it was like, we got back that Tuesday, right? Tuesday night. By Wednesday afternoon, they informed me, someone sent me an article saying that the loop was canceled that Friday and Saturday. For the whole weekend, the loop was canceled. And then kind of found out the city of Myrtle Beach lost $13 million. This was right after I got back. So I know they was done tallying everything up yet. So I know they lost more than that. But just by not booking in Myrtle Beach, they starting to feel the pain in their pockets. And that's what happened when you have the rich and powerful, or you definitely want to get your point across, you got to hurt their pockets. And they lost $13 million. And I know it was more than that because that was the early estimation. So once again, they starting to feel the pain. They canceled the loop because nobody was coming down to Myrtle Beach. Everybody was in North Myrtle Beach. And then another thing I see was that police messed up everything. That's a damn lie. Police was in Myrtle Beach. I don't know what they was doing. I didn't go down there. But in North Myrtle Beach, once again, shout out to the cops in North Myrtle Beach, because there was like on some good vibes, like majority obviously. There's always that handful of bad apples. But I didn't come across any. The ones I saw was saying hello, they were dancing, there was on some helping out type thing. But so shout out to the cops in North Myrtle Beach. But yeah. I don't know exactly they talking about, saying that Myrtle Beach was dead and all that stuff, because Myrtle Beach was lit this year, man. Black Bike Week. I mean, not Myrtle Beach. I'm sorry. Myrtle Beach was dead this year, but North Myrtle Beach was on fire this year. Shout out to North Myrtle Beach, man. Once again, man, I love Black Bike Week. I love Black Bike Week. I'm talking so fast, I'm talking over myself. I'm also gonna list a couple of links of Black Bike Week documentaries that I came across in the description and below the video. Definitely check those out. You get a little bit more knowledge, as well as Black Bike Week, and, you know, get you a little bit pumped for next year as well. And my final thing is, like I told you, I check out other videos of Black Bike Week all the time from different, you know, creators on YouTube. I noticed that a lot of people, I don't know if they like the drama or what, but I see a lot of racism and a lot of bigotry inside the comment section. Like, it's disgusting. Like, me personally, if you put anything racist on my page, I'm gonna delete the comment. I'm gonna block you off my shit. Excuse my French again. I don't like stuff like that. The racism stuff, I don't like it. So you talk about, I'm not gonna get in details, but you want to talk that racist crap, don't do it on my page, because I'm gonna delete the comment and I'm gonna block you. Simple as that. But yeah, but for everybody else that allows that stuff to go on and not, you know, check it on your page, you should definitely, you know, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is that the kind of person that you are? Because if you're not for racism and you don't like that negativity and stuff like that, when people put that stuff in the comment section on the Black Bike Week videos, like that racist crap, delete it or check them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just let it go on and linger and they escalate it. Nah, I'm not doing all that, man. You put any racist crap on my page, I'm gonna delete it off the back. Now, you may not agree with something. Obviously, you can, you know, address that. Put it in the comment section, you know, I have a problem with da-da-da-da, or you disagree with da-da-da-da. That's fine. But just don't come with the craziness. Because, like I said, you will be blocked and deleted off my page. But that's really it, man. I know this was a long one. This video is, I'm at 23 minutes now. Crazy. But summarize everything. That's pretty much like a quick history. Excuse me, quick history of Black Bike Week. That's really about it, man. Once again, for 2020, make sure you book in North Myrtle Beach, and that consists of Atlantic Beach, Crescent Beach, Cherry Grove Beach. We're in Cherry Grove for next year. Oh, we got a crib, man. Everything's not finalized yet, but once everything's finalized, I'm definitely doing another video on that. It's not like the house for this that we have for this year. This year we had a hell of room, man. This one, the one for next year that we came across, is a little bit smaller, space wise. But once I said, when everything's finalized, I'll do a video on that, in the next update video, whatever. But yeah, we got a crib. Looking for another house, a smaller house, for the remaining of the people that's coming down with us. But we should be coming down with about 11 to 12 people for next year, for 2020. And book fast, man. If you still haven't booked yet for Bike Week, definitely book as soon as possible. A lot of the properties and rooms are being sold, so yeah, just book as soon as you can. And yeah, any questions or anything like that, definitely shoot it in the comment section below the video. Check out the documentaries I'm gonna have in the description. Check those out as well. It's like 3 of them I'm gonna post. And yeah, if I miss anything, shoot me a message. Once again, you can follow me on the gram. Once again, at Pooh, POOH_NYC. If you just want to have the information about Bike Week, don't follow me till like May, like right before Bike Week. That's when I post strictly Bike Week stuff. If you follow me now, I post memes and funny videos and stuff like that. You're not into that, don't follow me now. Follow me in May. But yeah, if anything, you know, just hit me. That's about it. This video was literally 29 minutes and change, so I'm gonna cut it here. Everybody be safe. Book as soon as you can, and until the next update video. So yeah, later y'all. For my subscribers, yo, alright y'all, later.